say anything.
It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Ben. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact,
Natsuki pulls out the first volume of the Parfait Girls from the box.
I'm going to show you exactly why.
She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah. It features 4 girls in colorful attires, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe.
Don't just stand there.
What? Natsuki grabs my arms and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsill. She pats the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that.
What's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this.
Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it.
Natsuki crosses her arm and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry? I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's particularly a bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space, while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am.
Wow, how long has it been since I'm reading the beginning?
You don't go back and flip through the old volumes every now and then?
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I finish the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kinda grew out of these, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot?
Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's really fun chapters where they're obsessed about a guy at an ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There's so many touching parts.
Ah, so... is that so? That sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you.
Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean?
Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power.
Good save.
This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga?
Well...
Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she didn't want to admit something.
Yeah. Why does it matter?
It doesn't, I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right?
That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got into this manga. Like I would never get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable.
Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, all of the hobbies to pick from a manga is definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's good at it, so who am I to judge? We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not.
Even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up the series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't?
That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Are you weird?
Could you not rub it in? Jeez.
Sorry.
Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face.
I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I've gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part? Also, am I insulted?
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Said Monica was kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it.
Well, it's not like that solved any of my problems.
Oh, bitch. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying it yourself, right?
So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing.
I totally forgot that happens.
Natsuki puts her fingers on one of the panels.
Minori's my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when, I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter.
Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. Not sure how that happened, but I guess it can be possible. It's stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feelings you get when you're connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. You again? Yeah, I can't understand you still. Are you all ready with today's poems?
Oh, shit. Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse?
Sorry. Everything said pretty sure you have enough time. So you do look pretty cozy with her. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. I counted. Alright. Guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki.
You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens?
Yeah, but Monica just said...
Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you.
Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I didn't plan on using my spare time to read this.
Well, of course. It would take forever to finish it if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow, so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you.
By tomorrow. I got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through all of this. But I suppose it's necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what'll happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag.
By the way, do you remember writing the poem last night?
Yes? My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Also, I had to choose words that I could not just, like, make my own poem with.
Oh no, Hurdy, why don't you find someone to share it with?
I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's on the wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can really see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Shit. I guess since she reacted the most, I'll show it to Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. Duh. Boop. I can trust her opinion to be fair. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Is it that obvious? Yeah. Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. After reading through it.
So it's that bad.
No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry.
Yuri buries her face into her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can't be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the lights, the tendrils of my hair illuminated beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking about that at all. Honestly, I wasn't.
But it took you a long time to read.
Well, I just don't read scripts very often.
Dude, stop being me.
I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
I also like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghost Jiri?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Ben.
Really? I totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all.
Hold on, you said I took too long. Now you say I glanced over it?
But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's more... 3, 2, 1... That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
Who should I show my poem to next? Let's get it over with, Monica.
Hey, man. Have a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're doing everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind, whatever the hell that was. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyways, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
I can't do her laughing so they talk. I can't do it.
Don't worry, kid. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
I like it, kid.
Really?
It's a lot cuter than I expected.
Oh, jeez.
No. It kind of makes me think of something Doki right. She's also a good brother too. So take that as a compliment.
If you say so.
Yep. Already time, Kate. Have you read anything like Soul Suggestion?
Maybe a long time ago?
These series are telling all kinds of stories in very simple words. There's something really funny and very inside. But sometimes there'll be just a few lines alone. The light even feel like they're fighting for kids when you hit a stick with it. You can express views of the world that would imply to anybody.
I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that?
Sort of. And she's not a rough sort. But you probably won't find much heather in her house. They're not easy to hide, but they're super challenging to get their heading through. So I can see what you had to apologize for.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd want to see you try new things. This is not how to find the control of the issue and the part of the world.
What was that last part?
Not at all. Everyone might be a little biased towards their own kinds of channels, but I always hope you find what fits you the most. Some good fans are something like it. The way you will know wasn't right. I thought that you have to worry about impressing them, okay?
Oh, thank you. I needed that now.
Anyways, do you want to have last one here? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. I don't need you to have to feel that way, you know.
I see. Well, let's read it then. Holden wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No! I can't see! I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a hole. It wasn't too bright. It wasn't too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Not as dark of a turn, but it is an interesting thought process.
So, what did you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of stuff is getting very hard nowadays. And there's a lot of fans have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can really be powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if you would know how to find it. I guess you could say it's pretty easy, usually. It's only expressing on sides of it.
An empathy? Did I hear that right?
Yeah, something like that. I kind of know stuff like this stuff like that, because it's kind of funny and all sorted. And after everyone is very fast with each other. Yeah, the words. Here's how to get ready to put it on. Sometimes it's a really good time. Oh, sorry, you might get sophisticated with such a font. If you take a hard to perfect, you do know how to do figures. This office has the word, you check the good figure and put it up later. But otherwise, the figure is this. If you think you said at the same time for too long, you just get a very drop header of the inch. So this holds your head. And then with the flow. That's all it is for today. Thanks for listening.
I had no idea what was going on there. I kind of walked away midway through the conversation and said, "What?" Sayori.
This is a good poem, Ben. Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy that would be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right. Well, that's why you impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. Or that you'd show up again. So, you meet all my expectations today. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of this club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room? Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's just like I said before, Ben. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? You're just a dick. Trying new things like this for other people. That's something only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori, I think. Not really sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's a part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much of this means to her and all.
Yeah! I heard your internal thoughts. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? This will be my way of thanking.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to it then.
Yay! Now you'll have to read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that. Dear sunshine.
The way you glow down through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy...
Okay, I'm not reading that one wrong.
Making me...
I can't do it with the voice right now. Okay.
Making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
Sayori? This is just a guess, but... Did you wait until this morning to write this?
No! Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or, how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Oh, thank you. Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it.
Okay, well, let's start with the thing I don't like. First of all,
Natsuki rereads my poem.
never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion.
Then what was the point of sharing it in the first place? I wrote this to see what I could have been doing other... 3, 2, 1...
I had toasted bakes.
Damn it! I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read... remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said.
Well, I wouldn't be more comfortable sharing my poems if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poems and make me go, ha! Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy.
Victory? So, in other words, you're saying you liked it. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat.
You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important.
Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you need to show me yours, right?
Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't.
Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it.
Yeah. I told you that you were gonna like it.
I like it.
But just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your messages any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for rhythm at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah,
I guess not.
I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Whew! I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They're gingerly exchanging sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows flourish in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Ah, thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feelings of giving up. How can it be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Ben did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon. Unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet.
yeah,
And Ben liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up. Didn't notice it, but she did, apparently.
oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what you're just a bitch.
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Ben appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours.
Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Oh.
Is everyone okay?
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew. Jesus Christ. I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Ben started showing up.
Natsuki!
That's a little...
I can't do both voices at that time.
I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they noticed I was standing there. My mind just went shit.
Ben? She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not forcing them to have time to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Ben.
I tell you what, I think this is a good place to stop. So, Cora's going crazy, so she must hear other people. Time for her to go on an adventure. I will continue this in the next episode, so please, if you like what you heard, read, whatever, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next episode. Game on.